Hello, and welcome back. Not much enthusiasm in that one. So a little bit after 9:20, I think, Thursday morning. It's like I'm a reminder to people when I say that the day. It's Thursday morning. Well, to me, it's Thursday morning. I don't know when you're listening to this, but that's what it is now. It's a sales video. At least that's accurate. As of going to bed, there wasn't going to be enough to make a sales video and the dollar sales, and then something happens, has to ruin my plans, force me to make a video, and here I am. Can't really think of anything to really go over at the intro, but knowing me, I'll find something to ramble on about while I'm showing the stuff that sold. I did not pre-pick, so it's going to be me finding the stuff and then talking about it. So I'll see how it turns out if I just leave me as I'm picking the items and see if that video turns out okay that way. That way you can kind of get a viewing of how I get items. So the camera will be, actually that's what I'll do. I'll kind of move it this way a little more. And most of everything I need is in here, and then there's some sunglasses I gotta pull out from another box. All right, let's find out what they are. So back to the cassette 8-track box. And I said it before that this is, my cassettes and 8-tracks are in here. Well, I took the 8-tracks out, but I'm looking for this one. So I don't accumulate, well, that's not the right word. I don't accrue enough cassettes to need anything more than this. And then after the big sale that's going to be starting tomorrow, which will run until like July 7th, so it'll be pretty much like a week and a half, that sale will go on for, and all my listings will be bumped up quite a few tiers higher to where they will end up being cheaper. After that, I have some 8-tracks that I've had most of them for a while. I think the Jimi Hendrix one will probably stick around, will not be put in a lot. This is probably, I mean, it's very clean, it's interesting, it's different, but all the other ones will just be put in a lot, and I don't know what I'll do from there. But this is a blank tape. It is a metal or a Type 4. Type 4s are going to be rare. Well, they're of the types that's for these kind, the blank media. Type 4 is the highest. Metal oxide. It's not metal oxide. I'm saying something completely wrong. Pure metal tape. And I forget all like the ferrous and micro. What I forget all the technical jargon for it. These are going to be the rarer Type 3, which you're going to find a whole lot less of, are going to be more, because they didn't make as many Type 3s as they did Type 4s, let alone Type 2s. But after a lot of testing, and this about the tapes I do remember well enough, of the Type 2s and Type 4, the Type 3 really didn't make any significant difference, so they stopped making the Type 3s way before they stopped making these, or the Type 2s. But this is $34. In the last one I had of this, I had, I want to say at least two. Last one I had when I posted them, maybe a little over a year ago, I got like almost $50 for it. But then again, everyone's different. So 34, I want to say. See, told you I'd find something to talk about. Madeline Complete Series, I believe. DVD set, $17. I don't know if in the video you're just able to see me bend over for this, but I did not have to pull the box out. I just had to take the box that was on top of the box that this is in off the top. And this I just listed, so it was going to be right in the very front of the box. I looked right in the front. There it is. Actually, I just saw one of these, I want to say at Mayfield yesterday, but I opened it up and it's pretty well scratched. This one is not. Who would have figured that something that has to do with cats is scratched? It's like a fever. Mm, mm, mm-hmm. 15. Actually, almost 16. Valley of the Dolls, VHS. And if I leave that part in, you can probably hear me talk to myself. I couldn't find it because it was lined up with the DVD sets, as opposed to being in the VHS stacks. So, 15. All right, so as I've mentioned before, I think I did one of these kind of the morning of a life of a reseller looking for inventory. So if you watched, all I did was just a quick finger down eyeball scan, and I didn't just on quick eyeball see what I was looking for, just on quick. So then I'll take my finger, I'll go down, I'll really pay attention to what I'm reading, so I can eventually make sure that I am reading what I'm looking for. And doing that, and right when I found this one is when I decided to say, hey, if you watch that other one. So that's how I find most inventory, unless I remember very instinctively that that's where it should be. Or let's just say that it's in a box and I'm looking for a sealed CD. All I have to do is just look for the shiny plastic and then I can narrow it down that way. However, Charlie Daniels Band, Full Moon CD, $20. Autumn Sonata by Criterion Collection. This is not a big seller one. Still sold. Still equals money and profit. 14. extreme, the hip, a hop to the hippity hop. DVD, $30. Never Cry Wolf DVD, 17. Enya, Dark Sky CD, 20. Now, Enya isn't one that I would typically buy. However, I'm thinking that because most of this right here, a handful on this side, but most on the left over here are sealed. I'm going to best guess that's where I got these at Lee Road. Probably within the time frame when they were closing. So I was getting CDs for 40 cents, 50 cents, 60 cents, however much it was. And there just happened to be one that I scanned and I clicked new and knew they sell for obviously around this range. Remember to be very, very careful. That was a bad rabbit. Be very, very quiet. Most of these sunglasses in here are built to be able to take a little bit of moving around abuse. You know, if you're going to pay $30 to $300 for a pair of sunglasses retail, they should be built enough to where you can take them off, throw them in your car, things like that. So I got a comment quite a while ago when I had first shown like this box. I think it was in the video where I do why I pick the glasses I do, and someone made a comment like, "Oh, well, if you leave them in there, they're going to get scratched up." And I don't think I even replied to it. It's like you thinking you do know that they were built to be moved around. They're built to take little clashes. They're built to hit things and not be affected. But I don't think I even responded to that one. It's not like uh, tossing rocks at a piece of paper. They're built to take, let alone UV radiation abuse, but physical, tangible abuse. Anyhow, Nice color. $100. Serengeti, France frames. So a lot of things, France, Italy, Japan. It's called Serengeti Vista. Going international. $100. I mean, 20 minutes to pick those items, right? So that wasn't too bad, and that's me having had to sift a couple minutes through that box to find those sunglasses. So the buyer paid. Well, they sent an offer, and they sold for $100. They were listed for 102. Sometimes people just want to be that exact even. I was thinking maybe that they were listed much higher. Either way, I probably paid $2 for them, if not less. I don't remember on those ones exactly, and I already closed the page to where I could see the date stamp. So that turned out to be a frames. That's why I buy them. And I have the box. I did buy a couple more frames, of which were not in a sourcing video a couple of videos ago. I did have frames in a sourcing video before that, but the ones I'm talking about now were added to this box. I don't think there's 25 yet. 25 to 30 is what I like to list. So maybe this weekend, maybe I'll wait until after July 4th or after that sale. Because basically in July, people are spending way, way more time outside in the summer, whatever they're doing. And more people are more likely to lose their sunglasses or damage their sunglasses over a holiday weekend in the summer. I mean, people still use sunglasses in the winter. I sell them year round. But this time of year, and I guess unless you're in like Australia, which now you're getting in the fall. So I don't know how many sunglasses I send to Australia. Now I'm just kind of contemplating strange things. So that's going to wrap that one up. Like what you heard, like what you saw. Maybe. If you learned anything, and if you like what you learned, go with that one. Let me know what the thummy thingy. Comment down below. That engages the algorithm, help push the channel so more people can learn about physical media and selling it. And then they can go back and start watching some of the videos and learn about some of the things that I say, because I'm not going to recap all of that right now. Sub share, was it free? Appreciate it.